Kaspa new all-time high, guys. I am so excited, and it is really following the power law well. In previous videos, I've done a real price prediction on if Kaspa was to overtake Solana this bull run. That is with a very explosive God candle type analysis. But maybe that's not always the best thing. We see in a lot of projects that get that God candle that they retrace 60, 70, 80%. But you know the old story, the turtle wins the race, slow and steady. Maybe that is what's good for Kaspa. Let's continue following the power law. In this video, I want to go over the recent price action of Kaspa, what the team has been doing, what migration to Rust status looks like, and how we're following the power law, guys. It's going to be a great video. Kaspa all-time high. But first, I want to welcome you to Freeman Finance and Crypto, where if it makes money, it makes sense, guys. From the bottom of my heart, I am truly grateful for every single one of you. But if you're not subscribed, please pause the video, hit subscribe, hit that bell notification. Now let's get into the video, guys. We were fighting with the internet computer, beat it, then Uniswap flipped it, then Pepe flipped it, then Matic, guys. Oh my gosh. Kaspa is 21st in overall market cap, going to be sitting right there at that floor of $5 billion. I mean, what else do we really have to do? There's a few different projects that we could jump very quick with just the matter of $600 million. $600 million, we could end up in 17th place. Then it's a little more legwork for us to get to where Polkadot is, Chainlink, Bitcoin Cash, Shiba Inu, and eventually into the top 10, which I think will happen very soon. When we look at the price action, guys, this really is a beautiful chart. You know, it's a very healthy progression. This isn't, like I said, that crazy God candle that retraces a lot. This is a complete fair launch. That's why we love Kaspa. It is proof of work. There is no pre-allocation, so there is not a whole bunch of people that got in super early ready to dump on you. I think the average person holding Kaspa right now is somewhere around 13 cents from some data I've seen. So it's not like a lot of people are still holding from the 1 cent range, the 2 cent range. Of course, there's some of y'all, and I'm happy for you, but that is not the majority. So this is an awesome, healthy chart, but this is Michael Sutton, and I really agree with this. It's the vibes I'm getting from the growing interest by technology people, the growing needs from the ecosystem side, the future architecture discussions, the multiple pending research projects, efforts, and the numerous code contributions and coding discussion on Kaspa being at a boiling point. And I really think this is true. When we take a look at the power law, ever since the April timeframe to today, we have been undervalued. So if we look in here, this is KaspaRainbowChart.com, guys. I recommend everyone going to look at this. And it's a really cool platform. You can just drag just like this, and then it zooms in on there. So you can see at some point in time, we've been oversold. We've been undersold a couple times. And right now we are undervalued. We are at 20 cents, a little over 20 cents, but the fair value for today is right about a quarter. But I've given you all the price prediction before with venture capitalists coming in and all kinds of big buyers coming in and blowing this power chart out the water. But we know Kaspa is the only crypto outside of Bitcoin that has successfully followed the power law. Now, it's a very, very bullish law with a lot of multiples for your bank account, guys. But I want to compare this to Bitcoin's power law to show that the FUD or the doubt someone could have looking at the Kaspa power law, I'm sure a lot of people had looking at the Bitcoin power law. So when we look at this, let's zoom out, okay? And let's look right here. If we were to go right over here, just a year out, it's saying that the fair price of Kaspa is over $3, guys, okay? And then the high range of the band is $5. That's extremely, extremely bullish. And what's cool is if we come to this, this is also on KaspaRainbowChart.com. All you have to do is click this right here, and it brings you to this calculator where we can put in a date. And so I want to go out approximately 10 years. Let's go out really, really bullish. Let's try to go out to about 2034, okay? And when we look at this, I want to really compare it to Bitcoin to see how the bullishness really convert. So back then, what was the price of Bitcoin? So if we look at the power law for Bitcoin right here, this is charts.bitbio.com. You can see it's currently at 65,000. But if we go to 2014, it was at a high of this band, guys, okay? And it was priced at $900 with a fair price of $100. But in 2014, if you would have looked at Bitcoin being at $100, okay, you would have said that is a crazy all-time high. Just 3 years ago, it was somewhere around 85 cents. Okay. And then from 2014, it went from 1,000 to now we are undervalued at almost $70,000. So seeing that Kaspa could go up to over $200 with a fair price of $145 is not crazy. Now, the longer this power law goes, the longer time advances, we will see if Kaspa follows the power law or if we get a lot of venture capitalist backing that really blows Kaspa out of the water. We've seen that the largest Bitcoin miner in the world is currently mining Kaspa. So guys, what do you think is going to happen with the price of Kaspa? Are you with the power law or are you with mass quick adoption with VC backing coming into it? I would prefer the power law model, guys. And when we look at this, let's just look at what the price has done this year. We started out with a total supply of about 22 billion, and we have added over 2 billion to the supply. We know this is only going to happen for a couple more years, but with the inflation of 2 billion tokens, or approximately 10% of the total supply, the price has doubled. Okay. Imagine when all the Kaspa are mined and there's no more inflation. The only thing feeding the miners will be fees of Kaspa for processing transactions. And we all know Kaspa is extremely cheap, but what is going to increase the price of this is KRC20, is smart contracts, is layer twos, just like what's built on Ethereum, guys. Think of how massive the Ethereum ecosystem is. Kaspa is if Bitcoin and Kaspa had a baby, okay? I mean, it is literally the best of both worlds. When we look at the hash rate, look how much the hash rate has increased in just the last few weeks, guys. Let's just go a month out. It was at 355 petahashes, and now it is almost double at approximately 600 petahashes. There's a lot more big miners coming in, securing the network that we don't even know about yet. Wait till it gets announced. Like I said, whenever the big Marathon Holdings started mining Kaspa, we didn't hear about it for 9 months after they mined their first Kaspa, guys. In 9 months, we are going to hear about some very, very big players getting involved. And not to even mention, okay, Kaspa team is posting a lot. Shy is doing an amazing job, but we have to remember when we look at Kaspa, we don't even have the big tier one exchange listings, guys. There's no Coinbase. There is no Binance. The future of Kaspa is bright, guys. And I'm so happy to be a Kaspa 90% maxi. I never thought it would happen, but I really am. And I feel so secure in my bag. I'm just hoping for a dip down to 10 cents, but I don't know if it would even happen. I really don't know if it could happen. Like if we look right here, the low support line of the power law is 17 cents. So that's really the strongest that we could get back in at, or the lowest price that it could really go to. We see when we look at the Bitcoin power law, how much the price really respects that, guys. But let me know, what do you think about the power law? Do you believe the power law? Do you believe that we could be a fair value of $150 per Kaspa in just 10 years? I guarantee you that people didn't think that about Bitcoin. And guys, if you're not a part of the Freeman of Finance family, subscribe. I love you all.